What trade items would you like to buy today? How much fuel do you wish to purchase? Fuel transferred to your vessel. How wonderful, Captain. No doubt you are familiar with an alien race called the Umgah, who live in the Orionus constellation. While they are renowned for their potent and often cruel sense of humor, they have outdone themselves in recent years. Specifically, they have used an unusual hyperwave caster to impersonate the Ur-Rat gods Dogar and Kazan. When the Ur-Rat began tuning in to the voices of their gods on their hyperwave receivers, the priest caste was understandably skeptical and counseled their many followers to ignore the blasphemous signals. However, in a surprise move, the majority of the Ur-Rat then rose up and slaughtered the entire priest caste. The reasons for this ghastly move included overtaxation, lack of quality depth in ceremony, and the general feeling that the priests had made Dogar and Kazan's pronouncements overly complex. As you know, there are weaknesses in the division between dimensions. For example, your vessel uses such weaknesses to enter hyperspace. However, there are other weak spots in the galaxy which lead to yet different dimensions. One such portal exists nearby, between the Chandrasekhar and Kolam Bay constellations. The portal opens only a short time each month, starting on the 17th. Since we have never entered the portal, we can give no more information on this subject. As you are probably aware, Ur-Quan starships, you call them dreadnoughts I believe, possess effective self-annihilation circuits which prevent other races from reverse engineering Ur-Quan technological secrets. However, we have become aware of a shipwrecked dreadnought which has remained largely intact. You will find the remains of the ship on the surface of a blue world orbiting Alpha Peronis. We suspect you will find at least one item of interest there, possibly two. You may have noticed the presence of an increasingly large number of red probe vessels, which move with great speed and attack relentlessly. We are sorry to say that this is our catalog item 2418B. Do not blame us. We are not responsible for this violent folly. The product is not being used in a correct manner. Should you wish to confront the actual wrongdoers, we suggest you search the planets in Beta Corvi for the probe's owners. Not more than 50 years ago, the Druge were informed by the now extinct Bervixies race of a powerful alien nation called the Utwig. The Utwig, the Bervixies explained, were pleasant, sophisticated creatures, but they were also terminally depressed and often spoke about ending their lives by activating a super weapon, some kind of gigantic bomb, which they had found on one of their worlds, Zeta Hyades 6b, I think it was. The Druge recognized the description of the bomb as a precursor planetary tool, which indeed was an explosive device of unrivaled power, and they set out to make it their own. Though the revolting, criminal, insidious Druge rarely leave their sphere of influence, it encompasses Algol, Almagas, and the Persei stars. They made a special trip on this occasion to the Aquarii constellation, where they made contact with the Utwig. There is a device commonly known as the Ur-Quan. Is it now in your possession? Ah, I see. The Druge sold this device to the Utwig, explaining that it was a precursor personal magnifier, which would enrich the lives of their entire culture in too many ways to describe specifically. The Utwig, I am sorry to say, fell for the Druge's foul ruse and snapped up the Ur-Quan immediately. Fortunately for us all, the Utwig did not pay the Druge's requested price, the super bomb, and instead gave him a collection of historical oddments and genuine artifacts, which to this day the Druge are trying to unload on unwary buyers. The Utwig, who live in the Aquarii constellation, have grown very depressed of late. They accidentally broke the supposed Ur-Quan sold to them by the felonious Druge. As a consequence, they are morose and melancholic, and will probably be unwilling to help you fight the Ur-Quan. If you wish to gain them as allies, we recommend that you acquire the broken Ur-Quan, as if it ever worked, and find some suitable replacement parts. Our information indicates that you could find these items in 3 different places. A rosy sphere at the Druge trade world, an aqua helix somewhere in Thredash space, and a clear spindle, which is currently in the possession of the Prakark. Captain, that was the last current event we have for sale. But it has
I'm apparently muted. Holy shit. I apologize, everybody. I thought I turned the mic back on, but apparently did not. I do apologize to everybody. Again, as I said, if you're watching me on YouTube, wow, dear Lord, I hope you guys, I'm sorry about that. We talked to the, damn. I feel like a chooch. Sorry about that. Anyways, folks. God, that was like almost 10 minutes of silence. Anywho. So the plan of what we can be doing from here now. We could do... So things we need... Actually, I'll put it this way. Things we need to do to move into the ending of the game. We need to do the following. We need to... go to the Umgah and find out what happened to the talking pet, and hopefully they have not revivified it into a psychic monstrosity. That would be unfortunate. Just in case, we've got the Tailload device, so that'll be helpful. We need to go talk to the Druge. You guys said the Melder may keeping the company. That does help, I will admit. We go talk to the Druge and see if we can get the Rosy Spear from them. We need to get the Aqua Helix from the Third Ash. Then we need to assemble the Ultron and give it to the Twig. In theory, we don't, and then we get to get the planet. We need to get the bomb from there. That's what we need. We need to do that. That's one thing we need to do. We also need to get the Sun device from the Mycon, and to do that, we need to basically help out we need to convince the Cyrene to help us out. We need to talk to the Chenjesu. And I think that's all we really need to do before we can move into the end game. So, first things first, we're going to go talk to the Chenjesu. Whew. But yeah, I'm really sorry about the beginning of the stream of this section, guys. That was my bad. Let's go to Procyon 2, which is where the Chenjesu and Nernherm are. Report from orbit. We have explored the interior of the starbase and found it abandoned. Computer records show that the Ur-Quan put the starbase in orbit around this world after defeating the Chenjesu and Nernherm. From what we can determine, the Chenjesu and Nernherm, who were assigned to this base, set up mindless robots to run the station, and then somehow return to the surface of their planet, penetrating the slave shield. Further analysis of the starbase's databanks showed that Chenjesu and Nernherm were exploring synthesis schemes to create a hybrid race, half Nernherm and half Chenjesu. The robots who run the starbase are armed and will not permit us to scavenge materials, so we're returning to the ship. End of transmission. So, interesting note, the Chenjesu's homeworld is a sapphire world. Dear Lord, they have a lot of resources to work with. It was mentioned that someone mentioned that Chenjesu has hypersensitive ability to listen in to to send and receive hyperwave broadcasts naturally, and it's stronger than normal, the receivability. Therefore, let's try talking to them.
We are the Chenjesu. We are the Nernherm. We do not understand how you have penetrated the slave shield or why, but in doing so you have interrupted the process. Explain this intrusion.
We're struggling against Ur-Quan. Can you help us? Because boy howdy, we could use your help.
We cannot be of any assistance now. We are in the middle of the process. I will explain. After we, Chenjesu and Nernherm, were defeated by the Ur-Quan, we chose to be encased in a single slave shield on this world. As soon as the Ur-Quan departed, we began the process. We initiated a synthesis of our two species, our two cultures. One crystalline, the other purely mechanical. This process, fueled only by the radiant energy of our sun, will eventually produce a new hybrid race. And when the process is complete, we will crack the Ur-Quan slave shield and emerge from our chrysalis like a winged insect unleashed from its cocoon. Then we will be ready and capable to deal with the Ur-Quan, their battle thralls, and their dreaded Samatra.
So why can't you help us now beyond that? Like, is there anything you could do to help? Like, information would be nice.
The complete synthetic hybridization of the Chenjesu and the Moonherm species will require approximately 35 of your Earth years. This extended duration is necessary because our synthesis mechanisms are dependent exclusively on the light of our sun for energy.
Okay, what if we can find some way to get you more energy? Would that speed things up? Just curious. There's kind of a time clock going on. The Ur-Quan are fighting against another species whose plan is to wipe out all life in the galaxy, so, yeah.
What you describe is theoretically possible, but it would pose a great danger to us. The process must be executed as planned, or it may fail catastrophically. We would be destroyed. Though your ship's design is unfamiliar to us, we now understand that you are of human origin, and so we will share with you our reasons for accepting the status of Ur-Quan slave. In 2135, our great alliance burned within the crucible of sentience. Though our fleets of armed starships held back the hierarchy's grotesque armada for many years, in the end, the Ur-Quan unleashed a power upon us that was so overwhelming, we knew we would be annihilated if we did not submit. This unstoppable power, this ultimate weapon, was a huge starship, an unstoppable battle platform built by the precursors in the ancient past. Your vessel shares some similarities in design to the Ur-Quan's battle platform, which they call Samatra, meaning Great Trophy. The Samatra was many times larger than your ship and bore weapons and defensive systems that made it invulnerable to all of our technologies. It remains a mystery to us why the Ur-Quan fought us for so long without using the Samatra. But when they finally brought the ship into combat, the Samatra incinerated our finest brood-home vessels from 10 times our own ship's weapon range.
Ooh, that's bad.
We had no choices beyond submission or devastation.
Yeah.
Before the Ur-Quan arrived to accept our surrender, we sent one last message to your people. A message suggesting that your species do as we Chenjesu and Moonherm plan to do. We would accept the Ur-Quan's demands and become slaves until such a time as we found a way to destroy or neutralize the Samatra.
We could use some advice.
Our wisdom is available. Detail your need.
How do you think we can defeat the Ur-Quan? I mean, we need to do it because,
You must find some way to destroy the Samatra. To do this, you will need a powerful weapon capable of destroying an entire planet.
Actually, I know where one is.
But that is not all. You will also require some way to distract the Ur-Quan to give you the opportunity to use the weapon.
Okay, thanks.
Though your presence here is a painful intrusion, we will always provide advice whenever you request it, Captain.
Goodbye.
Goodbye once and future ally, human. When the process is complete and we emerge from our chrysalis, I shall tell your grandchildren of our conversation this day.
Alright, now we are going to go to Umgah space. Is there a spot near the Umgah that's actually good? I guess Spathy and Zothot's about as close as we're going to get. Alright. All right, so yeah. I think it's this one. Which one is it? No, I think it's this one. It's this one over here. Yeah, that's it. Oh, no way. Yeah, no, that's right. All right. Yep, that's right. All right, cool. Umgah space is... We need to go to the Umgah homeworlds. Beta Orionis. We're going to go talk to the Practical Joker blobs. What? No! God damn it! Shit.
Hello, human.
I'm Captain Peterson, Search of Enterprise. What is your response?
We respond with appropriate awe and respect. Now go away.
I'm gonna humor's random across space, so you know any good jokes?
Joke. Yes, joke. Here is joke. When is a slave not a slave? Answer. When he is a slave master.
Our message is peace between all species, blobbies included?
Yes, peace good. We want peace also. Demonstrate peace now by departing out of space immediately.
So how's the talking pet getting along?
What talking that do not understand reference.
The Arlo told us they'd given it to you. They did, right?
Human possesses forbidden knowledge. No interference in plan can be tolerated. Human must be eliminated.
Oh dear. My flagship might be a little oomphy. Fuck, missed. There we go. Nope. Nope. There we go.
What do you want?
I'm Captain Peters, captain of the Search of Enterprise. We come in peace to talk with the Umgah leaders about overthrowing the Ur-Quan hierarchy.
Good idea. May I just say I'm behind you 100%. But unfortunately, The Umgah are all too busy to come to the hyperwave caster right now, so, come back later, much later.
I thought this was Umgah homeworld. Who are you?
I am a peaceful creature, a friendly alien life form. The Ur-Quan called us talking pets. Until recently, I was employed on a dreadnought starship as a translator. Then, after the ship suffered severe damage from combat, we crashed at Alpha Pavonis. Miraculously, I survived. I was rescued by an Arilu Lollylay exploration vessel. The Arilu, they couldn't heal my most severe injuries, so they brought me to the Umgah, who possess superior bioengineering skills.
But I thought talking about weren't sentient. You seem smart enough.
Oh, you know about that, do you? Oh, well, I guess that means I'll have to kill you now. I can't permit you to reveal my transformation. Ur-Quan might find out, and then my plans for revenge will be ruined. Well, I tried to spare your life, Captain, but you were just too curious. So now, seek death at the hands of your enemy.
No.
I cannot compel you. Your mind is closed to me. How can this be? I am forced to resort to more primitive measures. Umgah Commander, summon your 10 combat ships and attack this intruder instantly.
Alright, so, as an aside, I forgot to change my fleet up, actually, I wanted to do that, but, if you do not have the Tylo device at this point, what happens there is you black out and you show up again in your ship with your fleet in Ur-Quan space being attacked by the Ur-Quan. So yeah, the Udwig ships are not very good. They have some uses, and that antimatter cone does a lot of damage, but it's hard to use. Well, yes, he is evil, Tachi. And the Ur-Quan did turn them into did genetically engineer away their sentience. And reduce them to, non-sapient translating animals. Yeah, I got dinged hard there. I forgot to restock on crew after the last trip. Oh well, whatever. That's fine. Oops, barely dodged that. So yeah, the Enterprise is kind of unfair right now. Basically, the only thing in space that's really a threat to me one-on-one is the Ur-Quan. Ur-Quan can be dangerous. Korra can be dangerous.
Hi there, friendly Starship Captain. You'll never believe this, but somehow the injuries I suffered when the Ur-Quan crashed triggered some kind of a personality transformation. I became evil and spiteful, cruel and nasty, whimsically unpleasant. You may have also noticed I gained some kind of temporary psychic powers. Well, I just want to let you know I'm cured, Captain. I don't know exactly how, but when you were fighting those Umgah ships, a chunk of the ceiling fell down on my head and gave me quite a whack. Ouch, oochie, it still hurts. When I awoke, the universe had ceased to be the dark and hostile place I had previously thought it to be. Instead, I was overwhelmed, yes, even awed by the beauty and perfection of it all. I also discovered that I had completely lost those wicked mental powers,
Uh-huh.
and can now look forward to a new life filled with happiness, butterflies, and goodwill for all. Your job is done, Captain. You have saved me. Now you can safely remove your safety protection device and leave. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, why are you looking at me like that, Captain? Don't you believe me? You question my word?
Yes.
Okay, so I was lying. Big deal. So what? Boy, are you a pain. Do you know that? What do you want from me? My life? Oh, you do? Well, as an alternative, let me make this little suggestion. If you don't kill me, I'll help you do whatever you wish. Is it a deal, Captain?
What are you really?
I will gladly tell you my story, Captain. Gladly. I was indeed a talking pet aboard an Ur-Quan dreadnought. Those years are like a forgotten dream to me. Because I wasn't sentient, I was a dumb beast, an unthinking slave to the heinous Ur-Quan. Then there was a great battle. The ship was hit, severely damaged. Slaves running down the corridors, commands, counter-commands. Then there was a scream atmosphere outside the hull. There was a big explosion of light thunder. We hit the surface of a planet, I'm pretty sure. Next thing I can remember was the face of the creature you called the Arilu. I was in great pain. But the creature was kind. It did what it could for me by applying its own medicines to my alien form. I was transported off planet. And I remember an all-pervading green light. Then we were at the homeworld of the Arilu. Again, Captain, forgive me if I'm not more clear, but I wasn't intelligent yet. Give me a chance. I presume my injuries were too severe for the Arilu to repair. Or perhaps I reacted badly to their medicines or something, because the next thing I remember was being moved back into a ship. Things grew dim. My next memory is being on board an Umgah starship. Wet flesh throbbing all around me, Umgah laughing as they worked on my body. It was kind of unnerving. Suddenly, like the explosion of a bomb, real thought flooded my brain. I don't know how or why, but the Umgah had discovered that my brain could be easily changed, improved, to give me true intelligence. What they didn't realize is it also brought back a flood of memories. Memories of my species' ancient past. From before the time the Ur-Quan castrated our thinking minds and transformed my people into crude beasts. I'm the only intelligent Denari left in this galaxy, Captain. Now you understand my lust for vengeance?
Amazing story if true. Pardon me if I'm a bit skeptical. You are a proven liar.
It's all true, Captain. Every word. Now listen, and I shall tell you why the Ur-Quan did this to us. It was over 20,000 of your years ago, Captain, when an Ur-Quan slave raider landed on the surface of my world and began capturing my people, killing those that would not submit. How can I know this, you ask? These memories are embedded deep in my genetic structure. They cannot be forgotten. How we fought the Ur-Quan. Even then, they had a hierarchy of combat thralls, though then they called themselves by the absurd name, the Sentient Milieu. Ha! They were nothing more than thugs, especially those hideous Ta'alo. Those evil rock-like creatures were the worst of all. For fun, they'd take one of our children and then roll over it. Again and again, oh. The war against the Ur-Quan and their milieu lasted decades. Millions of our people died. But with the forces of truth and justice at our side, we were prevailing. Then, the Ta'alo made their fateful discovery. A shield against our only weapon, our weak psychic powers. With that shield, they were unstoppable. We had lost. But the Ur-Quan, they were not satisfied merely with our defeat, our slavery. They wanted more. They wanted to punish us for our insolence in fighting back against them. So they devised the sickest, most cruel and perverse punishment ever imagined. They invaded our very genetic structure, hacked out enough of our minds to lobotomize us for all eternity. And then we were made their closest servants, their talking pets. This was our punishment.
All right, I will listen to you give what your offer is, dude.
I get the basic idea. You want to overthrow the Ur-Quan. Bravo! Good idea. Way to go. I too wish to see the Ur-Quan beaten, humiliated, destroyed, and I alone possess the unique ability that will help you achieve your goal. I can use my psychic powers to temporarily distract the Ur-Quan.
Ah.
Use them for a few seconds. Presumably, you will use this moment to strike a lethal blow against the Ur-Quan. Such a plan cannot fail, Captain. We must see to that.
You try to kill me, your words are lies. How can I possibly trust you?
Captain, calm down. Be reasonable. Listen to me. I am nothing more than a single being, hardly larger than one of your Earth dogs. Woof woof. My only weapon, my weak psychic abilities, have been nullified by your protective device. I am harmless, but perhaps I can be of some small service to you. Consider this my hopeful attempt to compensate you for all the trouble I've caused you in the past. In the past, Captain, and now we look to the future, to victory over the evil Ur-Quan. I am your secret weapon against these tyrants, Captain. Don't leave me here.
Alright, I agree, but I ain't tricks in your sucking vacuum.
No tricks, Captain. No tricks. I fear you cruelly misjudge me. I am on your side.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Together, we will make a great team,
No.
Captain. This day, this moment, shall go down forever in the history of our galaxy. I am coming aboard your ship now. I will make a nest in the pressurized section of your ship's hold. When you wish to talk with me, I will be there.
Great, and everyone avoid that place. Everyone. Don't go there.
Hail, hail, human earthling. Great hero has returned. Oh, my ribbons quivering, just looking at him on monitor. What smile, what sparkling eyes, what nice bony structure. He one who has saved us from mental compulsion of evil talking pet. Hail, 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 oh great hero. We grateful species, speak to us how we reward you.
So, how did the talking pet get control of your species?
Ah, well, Arigula Lile, who kind of our neighbors, gave us talking pet, hoping we could heal it more severe injuries, which we did. While we're working on it, we do routine brain structure scans and discover that creature have extremely sophisticated set of neural pathways, even more complex than own. Further analysis show that with minor genetic manipulations, talking pet intelligence greatly expanded, perhaps even to sentience. Oh, little did know what monster we created. Only a few hours after injected nanots with modification program, creature wakes up. Almost immediately took control of hospital, then city, then whole planet. We try to resist, but creature, even in drug-weakened state, too strong. From that day on, we just mindless slaves, who live only serve talking pet and big plan.
I will try to do so, Raven, yes.
Big plan? Oh, we never quite sure about details of Big Plan, except it involved getting revenge, and mean lots of revenge, against Ur-Quan Masters.
Why the Ur-Quan? What did it have against them?
We don't know, but whatever it was,
I mean, I know what it
must
is,
have
but...
been pretty bad. Because talking pet, mad, real mad. How mad, you ask? Blowing up planets and eating juveniles, mad. That's how bad. We got the impression Ur-Quan did something awful to talking pet. Or maybe even whole species. Whatever it worse than slavery. Maybe even worse than death.
All right. Well, some of your great hero guy. Can you tell us your secrets?
Secrets? You want secrets? Our secrets? Oh, you made fatal
No problem, Reddy.
mistake, human. Good joke, huh? Scared you? Sure, we'll tell our secrets. Now let me see. What are secrets? Oh, yes, remember. It's about Mycons. You see, Mycons only other race we know of that have same kind of biotechnical skills as Umgah. But amazing thing, they do all with their own bodies. Don't need tools.
That's crazy.
They just think genetic modification and it happened. We found that pretty hard to understand. So, when nobody's looking, we clunk one on head, bring it back here to our world, and slice it up for detailed study. Those guys not product of any natural evolutionary process. They constructs. Some kind of multi-purpose biological tool.
Huh.
We don't know who made them or for what purpose, but they way beyond anything we've ever heard of. We not figure out much before kitchen samples all gross. So, guess that's pretty much all a big secret. Oh, do us a favor. Please not tell anybody about conking Mycon. It's kind of against Ur-Quan laws and not want to get Mycon mad at us.
Alright. Well, yeah, please promise yourself we actually from largesse. Rewards are unnecessary, we got bigger things to do. Oh yeah, Duani.
We must reward your deeds of courage. Killing talking men was a feat none of our species could perform. You superior.
Ben Crest, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs to the community.
Hail, hail, hail. We must reward you, but what do we have to give? Protoplasm? No, not easily appreciated. Vigorous esters? No, too common. Habit, genetic modification. Yes, it's perfect gift. Listen, human earthling, we add some extra eyes, a few tentacles, other organs of whatever size and shape you desire. What? You not want more organs? You sure? How strange. How sad. This was best gift. We Umgah have nothing but vast supply of biological skills and data.
I'll take the data.
Huh? What you say? You want biological data? Just plain, raw, biological data? What you do with it? Oh well, you hear it. Whatever you want, you get it.
Alright, we'll leave for now, but rest assured we'll be back.
You know, great human, I get this funny feeling. Would like to know what feeling is? Oh good, I tell it. My feeling that great hero stuff, well, boring, not funny at all. You only say hail, hail, hail so many times before it starts to lose appeal. So, instituting slight deviations in course of our relationship. Specifically, instead of being dull and lifeless great hero, you now glamorous and exciting great enemy! Oh, we give you some of our drone ships to make even more interesting. Yes, this is going to be lots more fun. Here, let me show you.
Now we got saddled with an Umgah drone ship, but we can sell that, so whatever. All right, Vancrest. Thanks again. Normally, the antimatter cone actually stops. It will just stop most weapons dead in their tracks. The Hellbore is weird. It's sort of interesting that it manages to do damage through the cone. I mean, some of the shots are curving around, hitting around the edge of the shield, so that's fine, but, like... Ow! Ow! Yeah, that's wrong with the antimatter cone. It hurts like a motherfucker. I think we fight a limited number of them. I don't remember. The limit number is it infinite? I forget. Shit, I forget. Might be infinite. We're just gonna run away. God damn it. Converse.
Hello, human earthling, say you. Although we appreciate your efforts on our behalf, we really hate eternal gratitude stuff. So we've decided to kill you now. We pretty crazy blobbies, no?
All right. Well. Yep. Conan Antimatter, yeah, Conan Antimatter would be awful. Yes, Yoni. You are correct. Oh, shit, planet. Bye. All right, let's go back to Earth and recrew. Ow. We took a beating. forget how much data the Umgah give us. I'll swing by the Milner Maid to see how much they did.
Captain, I'm...
All right.
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, talking pet
this is
life
great.
form. Data, this creature is physiologically identical to the so-called Ur-Quan talking pet with one notable exception. It is highly intelligent and evidences strong psychic capabilities. Initial AIQR test rated it well above human super genius, though immediately after we made this shocking assessment, its scores dropped to the normal-subnormal range. Interviews with the subject have shown it to be cooperative, though a Class 4 pan-species psychological profile places the creature far into the furtive, hateful domain. There were also some disturbing incidences where we talked about roses, daisies, and other pretty flowers. Summary: everything's okay, nothing to worry about with this cuddly little guy. Not one thing. That's the end of our scientist's report. Goodbye, Captain.
Fuel? No, we don't want to buy fuel. All right. First things first. I do not particularly like the like that ship, so we're not going to use it. All right. Let's see, what are my options? Yeah, okay, we're building another Or's Nemesis. And I'm gonna build at least one Earth Cruiser. I think what we'll do is I'm gonna drop one of my Pakunks and build 2 Earth Cruisers. They have some uses. There are a couple of matchups they're actually very good against, so, which I know are going to be coming up in the not too distant future. Oh yeah, the Shofixi have been recruited. Yep, we got the Shofixi. The Civil War has started. Hello, Melner May. I want to sell you biodata and biofuel.
Welcome back, Captain. You are our favorite customer. Now, what can we do for you today? What would you like to sell, Captain?
I would like to sell biodata. Right, they give you 500 units of biodata.
Units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 1,000 credits. What trade items would you like to buy?
Fuel, let's top it off. And we'll buy more information. We'll buy useful data on alien races. Drop the stream up, I
After
think.
the war, the Chenjesu and the Mernherm chose to be slave-shielded on Chenjesu's homeworld.
We're aware of this.
Procyon. We suspect that they are melding their 2 species to form some kind of new hybrid race. A race which may well be powerful enough to destroy the Ur-Quan single-handedly. However, by our calculations, this process will take many decades, if not centuries. Should you wish to talk to them, we recommend you invest in a hyperwave broadcasting system, which is powerful enough to penetrate the shield around their world. The Mycon are using this time, while the Ur-Quan have their attention elsewhere, to expand their sphere of influence as fast as possible. The Mycon colonize planets by launching tough spore pods from orbit and injecting them under the planet's surface. Months later, after the spores have grown hundreds of thick, fibrous tendrils under the planet's crust, the tendrils suddenly thrust up out of the planet and create huge calderas. Not incidentally, filling the planet's atmosphere with the Mycon's preferred gases, clouds of superheated steam and sulfuric acid. Following the end of the war, the Androsynth began experimenting with interdimensional fatigue, a process which is related to your faster-than-light drive, but involves dimensions far more alien than hyperspace. They had just made a major breakthrough when they were suddenly wiped out by a race called the Ors, who appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Actually, we don't know what the Ors did to the Androsynth. They're just all gone. The Arilulale are a mysterious race of IDF beings. IDF meaning interdimensional fatigue. They do not reside in this galaxy, or in fact, anywhere in this universe. While it is true that the Arilu are rarely seen far from the Columbae star group, they do make regular, secret visits to your world, and have done so for centuries.
Well, that's creepy.
Ever since Earth was stage-shielded, they have focused their attention on the humans aboard the starbase, many of whom are now members
That's also
of
not
your
all
crew.
creepy. Oh, wait, no.
Though the Arilulale always smile and are never overtly hostile, we believe that they have a secret agenda, which somehow involves your planet, Earth. These secret plans may or may not cause grief and woe to you Earthlings. Just under 20 years ago, the brave and suicidal Shofixi annihilated their species by exploding a precursor device, some kind of bomb, in the interior of their sun. The resulting storm of solar flares cooked the life off the Shofixi homeworld and incinerated over 100 Ur-Quan dreadnoughts which had just entered the system to conquer the Shofixi. In actuality, there are still at least a dozen Shofixi left alive in the galaxy. 1 or 2 are at Delta Gorno, guarding the dead hulk of their once beautiful world. Others can be found in Buck's space. The Slilandro are a mostly non-solid, sentient race who live in a gas giant at Beta Cori. We recently sold them.
So yeah, there are a number of different ways you can get the same information you need for the game, which I think is actually really good design.
Hostile and attacks everything it detects. If such encounters have angered you, Captain, please do not address your concerns to us. We possess a formal waiver of damages authorized by Slilandro Speaker and are in no way responsible for the situation. The cowardly Spatic live at the single planet orbiting Epsilon Gruis. They do not actually live on their world, rather they reside on its airless moon. The reason? A xenomorphic species which craves the sweet-flavored flesh of the Spaffy has been
How do you know it's sweet
transported
flavored?
to the surface of their
Out of
planet
curiosity, Captain
and
Greenish.
makes every attempt to devour the poor Spaffy. I'm certain that the Spaffy would be forever in your debt if you were to eliminate these creatures from their planet. What? You fear the alien creatures will find you a treat also? Fear not. Our data reveals the beasts are not interested in your species. Should you wish to consult with the Spaffy Ruling Council, you will need to know the secret Spaffy cipher, a password, which is Huffy, Muffy, Guffy.
Alright, more dead and alien races?
Like you Earthlings, when the war with the Ur-Quan was lost, the Cyrene chose to be slave-shielded. Their new world is at Betelgeuse. The Cyrene starbase is crewed by the starship commanders and crew who were decommissioned at the end of the war. Though the Cyrene hate the Ur-Quan with a vengeance, they are unlikely to offer you assistance unless you reveal to them the truth behind the tragedy of their original homeworld, Syra, which was destroyed by the birth of a Mycon Deep child a century ago. When the Ur-Quan entered Gamma Serpentis,
Yep.
the home star of the
We're
Yeha,
almost there, I
their
think.
queen made a sudden change of allegiance and allied with the Ur-Quan hierarchy. They became Ur-Quan combat thralls. This act was viewed by most Yeha starship officers as ultimately dishonorable, the desperate act of a corrupt regent to maintain her throne. The Yehat shame was greatly magnified by the Shofixti's show of courage when they destroyed their own star system to slow down the Ur-Quan armada. Captain, you have heard all that we have to say about aliens indigenous to this region.
Alright.
Should we learn more in the near future, we shall be certain to sell it to you.
Excellent. I'm done buying information for now.
But
I'm leaving.
it has
Alright, folks. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. We'll be, oh, damn it. Trade Master, please. Alright. So, we'll be doing more of this in the near future. New episodes. So, I don't know when the next batch of episodes will be going up. Probably late next week, be my guess. I'll be recording either Thursday or Friday, most likely. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you're watching us on YouTube, I appreciate you guys. Love you so much. Please feel free to throw me a like. If you liked it, like it, share it, comment, subscribe to the channel if you don't already. That's all. Those will all be welcome. You can also check me out on Twitch. My Twitch handle is MechaGM. Twitch.tv/MechaGM. I can talk, apparently. But that's going to do it for this recording. Thank you for watching, folks, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. Bye-bye.